Matthew's going to be friggin' late. So it's going to be on him for the reason why this podcast is late. 5 minutes late. It's not too bad, but um, I'm going to make sure everything is running. Seems so. And it's sounding way better than what I used to sound like. That's for sure. So thanks, guys, for joining in. It is your boy, one of the goof and goober. You decide who is the goof, who is the goober. We're gonna get started soon. Matthew has to go. He's got a bunch of things going on. The guy, the man has so much um going on in his life. So much that he misses his own podcast. But right now, I got in the background some Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and boy, does it get you going. And my dog is down here. Oh, I got a new dog, guys. I got a new dog, and the bad boy, well, the bad girl, her name's Roxy, and I love her. She's great. She's fantastic. She's doing wonderful. But it's a little bit more difficult than I thought because I have another dog and I have to be very aware and careful on the two being together alone. When I leave, I gotta make sure she's not. Oh, when I leave, she well, leave the room, I should say. She and my other dog like to play a lot, which is fine. I'm totally fine with them playing. But it gets to a point where she's a pit bull and will grab on to anything my other dog does. So one of the things that she does is she's got like neck skin and she'll grab onto that and won't let go. But she grabs onto it so much that's leaving scars. So it's not the best thing. And we're trying to get them to not get her to not do that because my other dog loves to play with my new dog and it's just trying to figure out what to do with them. Anyways, and then now I also have to keep watch over her because my cat uh well, she usually stays down here. She doesn't like me with the dogs, obvi. But my cat loves my cat lives down here and her cat litter's over there. And she'll like move all her cat litter all over the floor. So much that it gets outside of the cat litter. Okay. I got to vacuum like every day because of this. And because I have to vacuum yeah, Juice Draft, I did. Well, technically not. I mean, it is a new dog for me, Roxy. I took on our main man, Sean Dvorak's doggy dog. But now, so the cat litter throws off all her poop because she likes to dig into her cat litter. And then as soon as she starts digging, her poop, and well, I mean, even the litter will just go outside of her cat litter. And because my new dog is so, how do you put it? Curious. So curious. I mean, she's just very curious that she will sniff it and she says, wow, this could be good. And takes a big old bite out of it and start chewing on it. And so I have to make sure, I have to make sure that she's not getting into the actual cat litter. But I also have to make sure that um it's just going well for her because she's all alone now, watching Lord of the Rings, having a good time. You know how it is, man. Just the normal thing, but it's a fun time. Hopefully, I don't know when Matthew is supposed to be on here. If you haven't noticed as well, uh, I mean, at this rate, yeah, I got a new cat within in this year, and then a new dog in this year. It's just animal after animal. We're just adding animals to our Roxy, get out of there. She's trying to escape too right now. Reese, if you want to sub in, you know what? I'm going to send you. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to have a special guest star um, on this. On this, let me get my invite going here. And wait, Reese, how do I send you the personal message? Facebook? You might have to jump off when Matthew. But you know what? Screw Matthew. He had his chance. Oh, I gotta make money. I gotta have a good time. You know what? Screw that guy. He's had his chance. Reese, you still have Facebook, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, I gotta make money. I don't care about that, dude. We have a podcast. How hard is it just to blot out from 8 to whatever? Are you logged in to your old Facebook? Me and my brother are gonna have a good talk. This is gonna be a second special guest star. I wasn't planning this. Technically, this is someone new to finish our basement since you have a new job. I can come on the weekends, Leathers 96. So joke's on you. um, which I will do. I plan on it. I'm trying to find. I wonder. I don't want to send it unless I know it's. Oh, you're on. Okay, here we go. I'm sending it now. I just sent it. Um, but I will come on the weekends. I've been planning that actually to come on the weekend and pretty much finish it. TBH, well, that's what I was going to talk about Reese with. The first day of work, working at. Oh, you can't. It's this way. Oh, I'm here. Here he comes.
Okay.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
it's
wait.
my microphone getting a little bit
Yep.
of feedback. Okay,
Yep.
yeah,
It
it's
is
going to my headset instead of it's going to my speakers instead of my headset.
typical.
Let's see. Why did it do that?
But I can't see you, Reese.
I know. I'm working on getting my green screen set up. Just one
Oh,
second.
working that up.
There we
Okay.
go. Now you shouldn't get that echo. All
Okay.
right, give me
Yep.
give me a second. Give me a second.
Yep. You're good. You're
All
good.
right.
Reese, am I sounding a lot better? TBH.
Uh, on the Twitch, I think on Twitch you sound better.
Yeah.
On this app, you're not that great.
Oh, you're on an app.
Well, we're on this streaming app thing that you got here, this Riverside or
Yeah.
whatever the you call it is called.
Yep.
This app that the
Okay.
talking to you, the I don't know. They may have
Interesting.
like I don't know what's up
They
with that.
they record it individually. So like, what happens is, what Riverside does is they record yours. Like if it's not like a Zoom call, where
Okay.
if we or anything like that, but like, so if we want to post this is like post op kind of thing, where if you want to record for, I mean, if you have, YouTube channels or anything like that, you like kind of what Matthew and I have been doing.
Yep. Yep.
Um, we the quality of like the video quality doesn't go down or anything like that when we're doing like recording it,
Okay.
because it's recording on your side and not on my side. Basically, is how it works, from what I understand. And then afterwards, it gets all uploaded to each individual, like your microphone, your is recorded separately than everything else. Your cameras or videos recorded separately than everything else, and you can kind of break it down. So it's a good time. It's I enjoy it. I did just upgrade my microphone. Well, Matthew and I did. I don't
Ooh,
know
I
if it,
see you got something there.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
We
I went to my and my green stick. Ah, trying to get it all right, and then my green screen just said, "Nope, I'm just gonna fall." That's how it works.
no.
Okay.
Oh, you have yours off. Must
Yeah,
be.
I'll just give me a second.
I trust your
There will
race.
be a shiny,
I
shiny, beautiful camera set up
I can't
with
wait.
a almost good uh, chroma key.
Chroma key.
Yeah, well, that's what you use to say, "Hey, anything green goes bye bye."
Ah. Now,
It's
Reese,
called a
you're the real
chroma
tech
key.
guy, the
I
big
am.
tech guy. Like I think
Well, I'm
I
not
in this
that big of a guy, but
no. Are you you're coming this weekend to the big get together,
oh,
right?
oh yeah, yeah, I'll be here.
Are you doing anything special? Did mom or dad ask you to do anything?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. I
Okay,
have
okay.
to
Start virtual
um
camera.
oh, I gotta send this your a message probably because I got to do worship, and then mom asked me to lead a devotional,
Ah, okay.
and I'm trying to
Yeah,
think.
they don't like my voice. I gotta refresh the page. Just one second.
Okay, you're good. I gotta figure out what devotional I want to do, and I've been thinking about what I want to be. I don't know. I got a bunch of kids in this devotional, so I'm not my devotional. I don't know. I got to pick my audience here. And my audience is pretty much kids and grown-ups. So, oh, there he is. Beautiful.
Yep.
Wow. And it moves. It's
It's
like
yep. I got a
gradient.
beautiful moving gradient that I made in myself in CSS.
You
So,
bad boy. CSS.
yep.
But yeah, I had an idea of what I wanted to do my devotional on, but I cannot. I forgot what I wanted to do it on. To be honest, right now. Um, shoot, I don't know what. I mean, I th- I gotta pick up my audience because there's so many ages in this devotion, in
Yeah.
our group, that you could really pick anything. But if I pick a certain topic, I think I need to direct it at a certain age group, because we got small kids, we got medium, like your childhood kind of kids.
Yeah.
Um,
I want. Yeah. I hear you. When I did it last year,
yep,
um, I was struggling with that too because I was like, okay, there's a lot of different
right,
age ranges, and so I'm like, okay, I want to do something that isn't something you would normally hear.
right,
And so I was like, one thing that's been fascinating me which has been the history of the Bible. And
yeah,
so I went with, okay, where did the structure come from? What the Bible we know of today, where did that structure come from? and a lot of it, and so I went with kind of that kind of stuff, and more
Yeah.
history than a actual Bible lesson per se.
Yeah, that's really good. I think that's knowing that and being having wisdom in that when you're studying the Bible and knowing the Bible and just knowing how actual like this isn't well, here's a problem, not necessarily a problem, but something that I've always dealt with. I mean, still to this day is just that I always grew. I mean, we grew up pretty much always with the Bible. We grew up Jesus is Lord, and there's never
Right.
been a time in my life that I've really like Jesus isn't Lord. Which I am blessed in that, but like some ways it's just like, well, do I if I really chose Jesus basically without my parents, without like my childhood and how I grew up, would I be more of a Christian than I am today? Like would I believe and be more devoted than I am? Because if you think of like Paul, I mean, he wasn't necessarily a Christian and he was persecuting Christians, but then he had this huge revelation that changed him to for I mean the greater good of just
Hmm.
everything. And eh, and that's where I feel like I haven't really had my revelation, I guess.
Right, you're right. It's the whole, you see the good testimonies are people that were screwed up in their life,
Yeah.
that were drug addicts,
Right.
and you're like, and like you see those people and their faith seems so strong,
Right.
because and it might maybe, and it's okay, is that because we've grown up in the Christian faith?
Hmm.
And I like, one thing I always kind of look at. Hi, Watson. Sorry, the Watson
Sorry.
came and needed pets.
That's all
uh,
right.
Watson never has enough pets. So one thing I
Yep.
always kind of uh, link it to is the parable of the prodigal son,
Yep.
not as the prodigal son, but as the brother that was always there,
Hmm.
and that we kind of,
Yeah.
we're sitting here and we're seeing these people that are getting this party for them,
Yep. Yep.
right? And it seems like it's above what we've received, even. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't
Yeah.
mean to be ungrateful, but that's
No, yeah.
the feelings.
It's like the same thing with speaking in tongues. Like I think I totally believe in speaking in tongues, and I think majority of the people that I probably have heard speak in tongues probably weren't actually speaking in tongues. But I mean, I believe that people do speak in tongues, and
Right.
when I don't think it's a very necessary public thing to do. I think it's a very intimate thing that you do with the Lord that happens when you're just overwhelmed. But like one scholar, John Piper, he opens up about that and just and he's a very just this great scholar and guy that many Christians and many people look at, and he said, I've never spoken in tongues. And, this is something that I really want to do and I desire, and I ask God, like, why not me kind of thing. But, and it's just kind of like, but Lord, if it's your will, I'm going to kind of go with it. And, that's is our life. We can't change it or anything like that. And we always wonder what we could do. But
Right.
I don't know. That's so I guess going back to the original point was what I got to do for this whole sermon.
Hmm.
I got to sit down here one of these days. But this week's going to be busy since I did start my first day at my new job today.
Nice, nice. So are
So
you out of the other job then?
I am out of UPS. I am no
Okay.
longer a UPSer. I am now an accountant. Back to that. We are live in accounting now.
Nice,
So
nice.
I'm back. Today was my first day. Work at, where is it? It's on this side.
Legacy construction.
That's me.
Ooh,
Yeah, I mean, mostly exterior stuff. We're not too interior really right now, but it's
okay.
small business. There's like, what, 7, 8 of us working there, but I mean, it's a really profitable company right now from what I've seen and heard about. And they're doing really great for themselves. And yeah, I'm really actually pumped because, I got my office. This is the first office I actually have a window in. And
Ooh.
I'm really, well, 2 windows actually. But the
I'm
second,
kind of sad. My office, they put cubicles in front of the windows, and
oh,
so
really?
yeah, there's cubicle walls.
That
So I
sucks.
can I get a little bit, but it's like
Yeah.
I really hate my cubicles. I'm just
I,
like this.
it is so good to like, well, when you're in an office with no windows, it is so depressing. And like you just feel like I gotta stay in here all day because, but like when you have a window and you can see outside and just see people, like I've been, I guess, more prompt to get outside and when people are out there talking. And it, I mean, I'll go out there and talk to them, but like it's more as well that I actually know some of the people because some of them go to Zoe, and so talking with them, and they're just great, great company to work for so far.
I did not enjoy having a first floor window in when I was worked in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah, because you worked at the bank.
Well, this was no, this was at my current job. We our first location that we were at was
Mm,
right in downtown Minneapolis, kind of just like, well, all basically downtown Minneapolis. I was right on the other side of the river
yeah,
from downtown,
and not having that first floor window, I
and
guess you can't see
I
anything.
well, no, I saw everything was the problem.
Oh really?
Every person walking
I
by,
guess so.
and I'm a tiny bit paranoid. so so uh,
Just like,
just
just like
every
maybe
second just looking
they
up,
didn't give
fighting,
you
oh,
like
who's looking up there.
curtains or anything like that.
Not really,
Oh
not too
gosh,
much, yeah. So
that's not fun. Yeah, that's something that I'm also thinking about getting because now my office is like all empty, like dead space right now. I'm trying to figure out what to do with decor, but I'm also thinking about what could I use. I'm thinking about getting like a smart, or not a smart board, like a whiteboard
oh yeah,
on one
whiteboards
of,
are awesome.
yeah, like and they have like in the majority of the other offices they have whiteboards, so I don't think it would be too difficult to ask for that. But I mean, I just started. I'm basically still trying to figure out basically their processes and processes is how my, well, is it processes or processes? Because Tyler always says it's processes, and I was like, well, it's
I
processes.
think processee is the correct term.
Yeah, I don't know. The English language is probably one of the most confusing languages in the whole world, and I get so upset about it. Oh, please don't let it fall.
Let's see, can I get that?
It's just because the dog's just
I
gonna
I
walk
just
right
pulled
in
up the
front of
Twitch stream, so I didn't
you.
my
Didn't see that?
view, yeah, because
Yeah.
my view is vertical,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so
Well, mine. Uh, yeah,
okay,
mine's.
hi, buddy.
Yeah,
Should we get you in the camera then,
should be
Watson?
fine.
Since you keep coming over here, you want to come? Let's get you. All right, on up, up
She's
there.
too big. Oh, there she is. She's got a sweater on and everything.
Yep, he.
Or he
It's
is.
Watson.
Yeah,
What?
Reese. When I all my animals are girls, so
Okay,
I have.
okay.
She is a common pronoun that I use.
Okay.
consistently. I'm sorry I misgendered you, dog. I
Okay.
just want to say
Okay.
that.
All right. Go lay down. I love you, buddy. Go lay down.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I got my new dog.
Yep.
Got Roxy over here. And she is, I don't know. That's a whole new experience because this is like my first ever dog I've
Mm,
ever had it. Um, and dealing with, I guess, how to train a dog. I never really dealt with that, but also like the love a dog gives you is amazing. I don't know. I got, marrying Tyler and bringing her dog into my life kind of was a whole new perspective of basically dog life.
yep.
And I love her dog, and she's great, but like it's always been her dog, and like she gets really really excited when like Tyler gets home and
Yep. Yep.
she's like jumping and she's a Great Dane, and so like her it's actually pretty funny because her booty, like she moves her booty like I don't know, like it's crazy, like I don't know the way she moves her body and like I don't know, inside and out, but and then just wags her tail like crazy, and that uh she's gets so excited when Tyler gets home, and that's great. And when I got home, she's somewhat excited, not as excited as Tyler is, but now with my dog, basically, she kind of gets that way, and she follows me and wants to be by me, and that's always a
Yep.
great feeling. That just like it's not like a naggy kind of thing. It's just like okay, you're mine, you're mine, and that's a great feeling, I guess. It's not like a child. I got a 7-year-old son, and he doesn't follow me around, but I love him to death, and I love him more than my dog, but there's just a different type of love that you have for a dog than really anything else, I feel like.
Yep.
I don't know.
So, what was the theme of today's thing? Oh, Shazam and The Last of Us.
Oh no, I
Okay.
gotta change that. I gotta change
Oh
that.
no, no. Oh, it's
I
what's
have you seen
episode
Shazam
13
yet?
then?
Have you seen
I
Shazam?
I've been ex-naying theaters. I
You have
might
been
go
exiting.
ex-naying.
Oh, ex-name.
I
Like
haven't been
Shanae?
going to any theaters
Oh.
in like the past 2 years,
Well,
probably.
why is it because of COVID or you just don't like it?
Well, COVID. I I don't like people.
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so it's going out, paying way too much for food and snacks, and
Yeah.
and every time I go, it feels like the ticket price gets a little bit higher,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I mean, now granted, theater seating is way better than what it was,
Okay.
but back, like when we were kids, I mean, it was just, you know,
It was jam packed kind of
you
thing.
jam packed as big as much
Re-
many seats as they could in
okay.
one theater.
Okay.
And I mean, and now they got the nice recliners and
Now,
things.
okay. Now
And
that's something I did want to talk about because AMC, like the major movie theaters, they don't have that.
what?
I, yeah. So I went to Shazam. And when I went to Shazam, I went and saw it at an AMC movie theater with Axel. They don't have those.
Yeah, that
The
sucks.
only ones that I have seen with recliners have been Imagine movie theaters.
There's been a few. Um, there's the one in Coon Rapids has them.
Coon Rapids.
Yep.
Which one is
And
uh,
the Saint Michael
see, that
has them.
one? Okay.
Is got pretty nice seating.
Okay.
It's been a while. I can't remember how Maple Grove was. Um,
What are those? Aren't like main movie theaters though, right? Like those aren't
no,
like
no,
big time movie
yeah,
theaters.
the Coon Rapids one is. That one's a
Is
big
it
name one.
AMC or what's another one?
Maps.google.com.
Marcus.
Might be a
Uh,
Marcus, but let me see here.
I mean, I
Coon
don't know how big
Rapids
Marcus movie theaters is,
Theater.
but
Oh, it is a AMC. The
it
Coon
is an
Rapids and
AMC.
yep.
I think the one in I've been to the one in Plymouth,
Plymouth.
and yeah, oh yeah, Plymouth.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
I think that one is though is that's a
Trying to see if
th-
any of the. Okay, yep.
that
Here's
one
a
is a
photo. Let's see. Can I copy this
there's
photo?
Imagine Willow Creek.
I can
I think
print the
that
photo. Why can't I right click on the photo and download it?
so it is
Uh,
Plymouth Grand.
okay, fine.
Okay,
I will do hacker things then. You
that's how it
can't
is.
stop me. Okay.
I don't know. The new movie theaters are different in the sense with the recliners and that they're very comfy now, and I do enjoy that. Um,
Yep.
and now they're also coming out with the food. Now they'll you order food before the movie, and then you go to your movie, you sit down, and you get your food brought out to you.
Oh
And
yeah, haven't been to one of those yet.
so
Um,
Imagine does that. They usually have like a full bar. The one in Monticello, they got the axe throwing,
axe
and
throwing.
yeah, I have
That's
axe
new.
throwing. It's been there for a while,
Okay.
actually, but I
Well,
haven't been there.
it's been 20 years since I've been there. So
Yeah, did you work there though?
I worked there 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Ish.
got well, not necessarily. You got one free movie or something. I was so jealous.
It was,
I
yeah,
remember.
like I can't remember what it was. I didn't use it actually that often because,
Yeah,
yeah, we lived, 20 minutes away. So,
but you'd also like when you were
and
working. Most of the time, you'd kind of watch a movie in some
yeah,
ways.
I mean, no, you get to know the endings of movies.
Okay, you can have
Because
axe
like,
throwing,
I did the cleanup afterwards. So it kind
right?
of,
And
so
then you
sometimes
bring
you would be like, okay, the next movie that I need to clean up is that one. So I'll just sit and watch
and
the end
wait.
of this movie.
You just watch the end of movies. But this is the
Yep.
funnest part about probably working at a movie theater is that you get all the extra popcorn.
All the
And
extra popcorn. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
you get these big garbage bags full of popcorn. I remember as a kid, you coming home in the car full with these bags of popcorn. And our mom loves popcorn. And so
Yep. Yep.
she loved it. And we'd keep it but to think that it just
Yep.
I don't know. But yeah, speaking of,
Yep.
so
So the free things that you got at so when you're working at any restaurant, right? You learn what it is and isn't inventoried
yep,
very quickly.
yep,
Um, yep. I
100%.
well, I always that's one thing I really sucked at for working at restaurants because
Hmm.
also the other thing you learn very quickly is the prices for everything and what the final price is going to be before the you finish typing it all into your cash register.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, especially movie theater because there's a couple combos that are super popular, so you memorize what that total is if
For sure.
and so I would get the money and get the change all without ever using the cash register.
Okay.
And so I would have the right money at the end of the night, but not the right or
Oh,
my
inventory.
money and my inventory was always messed up, but I was always having way more money in my till than I was supposed to because I memorized it all. It was just
That's interesting. I didn't
yeah,
know
it
that.
was yeah, so yeah, my managers did not like that about it.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we were going to review John Wick. We
Ooh,
went.
you've seen the fourth one now?
We just saw it
I was
last
gonna,
night.
I wanted to go last night. I was gonna take
What?
Dad,
Oh yeah.
but he
What?
had a
What
small
are your
group.
thoughts on the first three movies, though?
I Okay, so I've loved the John Wick series. They're
Okay.
awesome. Keanu Reeves does a great job. The attention to details with weapon firearms
Yeah.
is I just it like I love how often they have to reload. It's just that's such a pet peeve of mine of just
Yeah.
it's like just
Just you need to
oh.
reload right now, kind of
Yeah,
thing. But
but everything is so well done. The muzzle flashes, the thought, everything is thought out.
okay.
They play the gun battles as a ballet,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. That's one of the things I think that people love mostly about this. One of the things that I think most people wouldn't like about it is Keanu Reeves acting. Well, I guess the way
the
he.
one thing I love. The biggest thing
Yeah.
is the acting through silence.
Yeah.
The storytelling through silence is something that isn't done
Mm.
except in this movie, and they do it perfectly. The
This movie, yeah, there's not a
the
whole lot of dialogue, that's for sure.
yeah, but it doesn't explain things out to you. You like the call that he gets where where John Wick like doesn't even say anything,
Mm. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
the Russian just he is scared out of his mind.
Yeah,
The
in the first
build up,
John Wick. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, the build up of him is so well done in
Yeah.
the way they're storytelling it without blatantly just saying things. They are using the best thing that you could do is show and don't tell
Yeah, and that's
in the best way.
in some of these it's very corny and the way that he says things. I don't know. I think it's just Keanu Reeves in general cuz I didn't like him in the Matrix, the newest Matrix. I
Oh,
think
well, the newest Matrix was not that great.
no, it was horrible.
It was just like it was I
It was one of those movies that you're very much anticipating and they completely changed the story of
right. Well, yeah, it's what they should have been doing. I have a theory that for the Matrix series, which is less of a theory because it's based off of actual dialogue in the the script, but very people were paying attention. I feel like
to the
so
dialogue.
one of the in the second Matrix, you had the architect scene, if you remember,
Yep.
where he's sitting on the chair and he spouts off a bunch of things, but he talks about Zion in
Right.
that, and that Zion was created by the machines themselves as a backup protocol. So to me, you know how you had they talked also about how the original Matrix was perfect. Nothing
Right.
was wrong, but humans couldn't accept it.
Okay.
So what if they created the Matrix and then they're like that was our time, normal things that, but then we're like, okay, for the people that can't accept that, here's a thing that sucks even more and created Zion.
Hmm.
So it's a matrix within the matrix. It's a backup program designed to prevent people from escaping, which is why in when outside of the matrix, uh, Neo was able to stop a sentinel, and why he was able to start seeing all the computer programs as well
Hmm.
as the matrix, when he was blinded.
When he was blinded, he was able to see everything
Yeah,
as it was as if he was in the Matrix.
right. Or they were showing as glowing, but they look
Yeah.
different, but it's a different, universe.
Hmm.
It-
Interesting.
And
But
and
then
so
that's just a big loophole that you could just keep going down.
right, but then what you do is what they should have done is gone all of the Matrix is actually controlled by humans.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
so
Interesting.
you say there's only two levels, okay?
Yeah.
And then you get out to the next level and you find out that the Matrix is actually a storage of rogue AI.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
no one in in the system. So all of the computers are computers, whereas the humans are AI that has gone beyond what the humans could control.
A subgroup within the subgroup,
Yep.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Interesting. But then, yeah, I guess so. That
So
that'd be
that would have
interesting.
been a far better plot than
Yeah.
now okay, we
No, there's
brought back Neo
and he.
for or the computers rescinded on their deal. It made more sense for the computers not to rescind on the deal at that point, or for there to be a complete restart.
Right. And then them finding out that would be actually pretty cool. Way better, I think, because the two, the ones, the one whatever, the chosen one, just
Hmm.
didn't really. That was just dumb to me.
Well, yeah, it was designed by the computers, the
Rocks,
chosen one.
rocks. Right. 'Cause- She's stuck, I think now. Roxy. Whatever. Yeah, I think though Keanu Reeves in that.
In that Matrix, it was not good. I thought he was okay in Matrix One.
Yeah.
Um, he did a good job. And he did a good job as being slightly confused at what's happening, and he does that well, I think.
Right.
Um, Whereas in John Wick, he did really well because he didn't say anything. He he he
It
let
seemed.
it, he used action instead of words.
Yeah, and like he is. I mean, this has started his a spark for him as a gun, enthusiast, and uh, you know, practice of the
Oh yeah,
sport,
yeah.
whatever.
His training that he's gone through, it really shows.
Right, and that I think he focused a lot more on that than the actual acting, which is fine. I'm not necessarily mad. I mean, there's so much action and so much things in this movie that you love
Hmm.
within the series of just the amount of technical uh technical thought that goes into just the shooting and how you would carry a gun, how you hold it in these types of situations. And I mean, not even just guns but martial arts and everything. um just the whole action thought is just and that's what makes, I think, this movie so popular, is because people love that and love seeing that type of realistic. But the acting, I think, is where it lacks.
Mm.
And so, like, in chapter 4, where with this movie, it's kind of you kind of see it a little bit more. um and it's like, I don't know if it's just Keanu Reeves or just his acting these past few years, because when I watched the Matrix Resurrections, I thought the same thing. Like, man, Keanu Reeves is like, I don't know if he was like this before, but I don't remember him being like a super crap, like not like a crappy actor, but like his
I
Acting
feel like
wasn't.
he's not always been that high caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, he does great in action movies. He played Bill and Ted.
Right.
But
Excellent
that
adventure.
again, not a high acting role. Um,
He's
and
had. I mean, yeah.
and I mean, it also could be, with any of the like you get to a fourth movie, and there are so many people that want to get their hands and change things, and with the producers all want to get a little cut of that and have a little piece that's theirs.
Yeah.
And and I feel like a lot of these, when you get into sequels, if you don't have a director that is going to be able to say no to their producers and be like, no, you need us. This is what I'm here for. You stay back, okay?
Right.
And because I feel like once they go, oh, there's money to be had. Um, they those producers they want to get in on it. I like you remember the C.S. Lewis Disney's track at that
No, I don't think so.
when they did Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then every movie just got progressively worse
Worse. Yeah.
as they went on because they got Lion Witch in the Wardrobe did amazing in box office, amazingly,
Like
and
which
so
which one? The
the Disney one,
the Disney one. Oh yep, yep.
yep.
And then after that, it just got
And then after
progressively.
that, the Prince Caspian was okay, but I mean, it they introduced elements that weren't in the book, trying to like create a love interest of Caspian and Susan, and Lucy getting jealous of the interest that Caspian had
Yeah.
on Susan. Um, or no, that was yeah. Oh yeah, yep. That was because at the end of that, the next movie, Susan wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Um, and
Uh,
yeah, it just
Well, John Wick has been like after every movie. Well, at least this last one it crushed the franchise record for their opening weekend
right.
with 73.5 million. Um, and no doubt it is really good action. So
Yeah,
and like some of I'm thinking of these pictures, these imagery of well, looking at these pictures of from the movie, and I was like, yeah, that was pretty sweet because he busts out the old nunchucks, and that's a sweet
oh,
scene.
that's a horrible weapon. Ah,
Oh,
no, no
but
one should ever want to use nunchucks. It is the worst weapon in
oh
out of any martial weapon that I can think of.
yeah, and there was I guess there were some times where like I thought that like the guys he's fighting multiple people like three or four people at the same time or whatever. And I'm usually people when they're watching that you'll watch him fighting the main guy he's got his attention on. But usually in those scenes I think I look at the other guys
Hmm.
because that's where the blocking really comes in. They're really their movement really matters because there should be no if they're really good, there should be no like hesitation with those guys. There should be no weights, or kind of let me take a breath and then go into it. It should be like, come on, let's go. And
Right.
there was a few times where I was like, you kind of look like you were waiting there a little
Yep.
bit,
Oh, we got to make sure we only attack him one on one. Well, he's attacking that guy. He's
right?
busy with that
Right,
guy. I don't want to Yeah, he's preoccupied. I don't want
right,
to. Oh man, that'd be so rude for me to fight him right now
right.
and try
It's
and kill him right now.
It would be so dissatisfying. But do you know who Donnie Yen is?
I am not. up to
You
date
watch
on actors.
or
Let me,
Ip Man? You watch Ip Man?
Donnie. Oh, yep, man. I know of it. I don't think I've watched it.
Yeah, well, he's the guy, the main guy who plays Ip Man in that, and he's a now. I mean, that's where his main role I think has come, or it made him famous in
Okay.
martial arts, and
Yeah.
then he has then grown into different types of roles, like in Star Wars. Now he's a kind of a supporting actor here. It's a weird type of role. He's the same age or around the same age as Keanu Reeves, though.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is like 58. Did I see? Yeah, 58, and he's 59. It's just crazy. To, that to me, I don't know, because our dad, our fathers. Oh, jeez.
Oh
Oh
gosh,
no.
guys, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
And you don't even have, and you got us
I
playing in the
know, I
background.
know, I know. Look,
You don't even have your new microphone. You just
Oh.
because
It,
literally I haven't had time. I haven't
I
had
could
time
switch
to do it.
to my beautiful microphone that I got over here. Look,
yeah. Reese has a beautiful microphone,
look at
and
this. I can put it in front of my face too. Yeah.
see,
Look,
Regan, wow.
there.
I cannot
I
believe you
think
guys.
in order to switch the microphone, I have to leave this
Yeah, Matthew,
call.
that's
But
what you're gonna have to do.
I am so sorry, guys.
I cannot believe it.
I
Like
literally
but now I can
closed
look like I'm using
daily
a
double.
cool microphone. Yeah.
I got a daily dub.
you got a
I got
dubs.
a daily dub today, and I
Dang,
had
dude,
4 hours of talk time.
you bad boy.
It was,
And it's almost the
and
end of the month, dude.
dude, literally. So last night I could not sleep after going and seeing that movie.
Really?
I didn't go to sleep until like 3:30, and then I had
Why,
practice that I had to leave at 5. So I'm running on an hour and a half of sleep.
Matthew?
I know
Who are
I've got a
you?
massive headache and my ears clogged now. Like I just feel
Dude,
like a
go to
complete
bed, man.
idiot.
Go to friggin' bed, dude. You don't
Well,
need to do the pod.
are you guys podding right now? Is that what you guys are
We're
We
doing?
we're
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 talking
we're casting up that pod.
yeah, we're casting up
Casting
the
up the pod?
podcast. We're talking about the old John Wick. Matthew, you tell me
Eh,
this. Tell me real quick if you, I mean, just real quick. We're talking about John
okay.
Wick 4. What were your thoughts on the old John Wick 4?
Let's just say there are consequences.
Reese hasn't seen it. Reese hasn't. We were well. I
Oh,
guess.
Well,
Reese.
yeah. I'm
Okay, here's my background, Reese. Okay, I haven't
all right.
seen any of the other John Wicks.
Oh,
So
that's Regan. You made him go watch it and not have any context.
Yeah.
so literally the entire time I'm like, what is going on? Why are they
Mm-hmm.
fighting? Who are
Yeah.
these
Hmm.
guys?
Yeah.
And then
To be
freaking
fair,
John
that's
Wick the
all
entire
quite a few
time
of the thing. Of two
of the
and three
movies.
were like that too.
Yeah. You kind of have to
I got my
really.
merch today.
No way, dude. Let me see
Yeah,
this.
dude.
I gotta see this,
Man,
dude.
today has been a day, dude. Like it has been a long,
Oh,
boring,
I
horrible
gotta
day.
tell you. Oh, Reese, I need you at my work, dude.
Oh,
There's no IT, but um, I had no computer my
mm.
first day
As an accountant.
as an
Okay.
accountant, dude. All right, let's see it.
Oh,
What you got? What you got?
this is the army green, baby. Nice. Dude,
Okay,
the quality on this. The
right.
quality.
The
It's
quality.
so nice.
I want to get one
Oh,
of those
baby.
ones. Oh,
The army
baby.
green's really nice,
I
man.
want to
It's
get. That's the
really,
one
really
I wanted
nice.
to get next.
Well, you didn't. Um, I got the oh no dog hair all over the floor. Then we got this. We got the
Oh, just
sweatshirt.
the sweatshirt like mine.
Yep, yep. And then Kaylee got a yeah, or no, I got a crew neck. No, wait,
Oof.
this isn't right.
Uh oh.
This is just a regular gray crew neck, but it's freaking sick. Yeah, I got the merch, man. Got
Dude,
the freaking merch.
congrats! Finally, after how long of telling us that you had it and it's in the
No,
mail
I
and it's a
never said
week
I had it. I
away.
said it was on the way.
It's a week away. I'll be getting it this week and
Great
like
movie.
this week. Okay,
Great movie.
keep going on your rant
Oh,
on
so
John Wick.
John Wick. So John Wick. I didn't know any like Keanu Reeves was so bland in this whole movie. It was
Okay,
it was
okay.
horrible and
I
hilarious at the same time.
it was a hilarious,
But like
hilariously
why?
yeah, and
Like they're
that's
talking
what.
about serious stuff and he's like, "Yeah, all right."
But that's okay. So this is Reese's point in this whole thing is that it's a very kind of like silent film in a way that you
Yeah, he
don't need
really
a
doesn't talk.
he doesn't really talk, but in the same way, it's more about the action. What did you think about the action parts?
Well, my thought was that he speaks volumes silently, and
Mm.
it's not only his silence, but the reaction to his silence from everyone around him in the previous movies. That was kind
Mhm.
of amazing. He is supposed to be an understated character that I mean, that is supposed to be what he is he takes things in stride because I guess is from the previous movies.
I just thought like when I was going into it, like everybody was like, Keanu Reeves, he's a dude. He's a dude. Like everybody's like, this guy could be in the MCU. This guy should be in Star Wars. Like this guy needs to be in everything. And I'm just thinking to myself, this displayed no like sure by stunts by the way he moved, sure like he did a great job. But like his acting when he was communicating didn't really hit me. I was like, I mean, I haven't really seen too many Keanu Reeves movies to be honest with you. I never really saw The Matrix. Um,
Oh gosh.
so
Oh
yeah,
man.
I know. I heard they're horrible, so that's why I haven't watched them.
Yeah.
Um, so like I don't know
Well,
really the depth of his
I think the
acting, and
problem is
so
that the Matrix
he has
1
bad
blew
taste.
people's minds, and then everyone was expecting Matrix 2 and 3 to blow their minds as well.
Yeah.
but
Matthew.
but it's within the same setting, and so they can't really. I mean, I had a way to do it, but they did not do it. I,
Yeah.
I already
This
talked
is
to
like a
Regan
more
about that.
murderous 007, in my opinion.
It is. That's one of the feelings I got from this movie. I mean, these whole movies is that it is this new 007 type series that you know I don't know if we can't necessarily go with the 007 though because 007 is like a never ending series because 007 isn't necessarily one man, isn't necessarily attached to one guy. 007 is a thought, a theory in a way, kind of like a symbol, like Batman, because anyone could be Batman behind the mask. But Keanu
But you could
Reeves,
say the
or
same thing with John Wick.
no, because John Wick is John Wick. That's Keanu Reeves. That's who, and
But anybody could be a John Wick. So the post-credit scene,
that's not John
uh,
Wick though. That's going to be
right.
somebody
But the
else.
point I'm trying to make is, yeah, now they're moving to somebody else, where the premise is going to be the same type of
Okay,
movie.
first
So it's
off,
basically just another
you're
John Wick.
spoiling it
No, I'm not.
for
Well,
Reese.
they already wanted to do similar things from John Wick 3, with the was it the were they ballerinas? I can't remember the group
Oh yeah,
of
like the
the
Russian people kind of type
yeah, the
things.
Russian, yeah, that was supposed to also be a spin-off series. Um, and that's a lot of what John Wick is this intrigue of the underground assassin.
Right. But that's
Is that they don't tell you things, and and that's the beauty of it, is how much they don't tell you, is what I love about it.
yeah.
Mm.
I guess my point isn't necessarily like in 100 years from now, they could still be making 007 movies and still basically have the same premise. It's a guy, his name's basically 007.
You could do
And
the same thing with John Wick.
no, you couldn't.
Yes, you can.
No,
You just
because
call it
John Wick.
You just call it. You just call it
Well,
Jeff.
okay, Regan.
Jeff
He
Gossman.
thinks that you can replace Indiana Jones and have there's
Yeah.
you can't argue with him on that. There's
I just don't see, and this may be my ignorance for not seeing the other movies, right? It may be, but
yeah,
in the
you
end,
definitely
it's like,
need to watch John Wick 1. It's
I would
because
see. Yeah,
it
that
sets
one
up the
is
character,
yeah.
and it I think you shouldn't watch a fourth movie as the first one
Well,
in
the
the
thing is,
series.
that's what I was telling Regan. That's what I told him, and he was like, I want to go see it.
Yeah.
that's one of the movies I wanted to see, and I said I'd pay for you, and I paid for you, so you're
Yeah,
welcome.
yeah.
Did you guys watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie yet?
We
No, I'm
are
really
planning
gonna-
on it. Doesn't it
Oh.
come off on the 31st?
Oh, okay.
though?
This weekend.
Yeah. Okay. If you guys are planning on watching that, you got to pull me in. Okay.
Okay,
Nobody can nerd out on Dungeons and Dragons more than I can.
that's true.
That you know of.
I agree.
I mean, there are people that can nerd out more than me, but but that you guys know, I am the top of your list.
I
Sure.
would agree. I think
I'm down.
that's when we do review the D&D. We got to bring Reese back on.
Yep.
As the
It comes out Friday.
Okay.
It comes out this Friday. Well, I'm
I'm
busy.
gonna be gone this Friday.
Yeah, me and Reese are going to be gone this Friday.
Where you guys going?
Somewhere that you weren't invited.
Yep.
I never get invited, even to Bible studies. It's like you never even want me to just be with you, man.
What Bible studies?
Oh, the one in the city. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Oh
With,
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
what's
didn't
his
even invite
face?
me. Yeah.
I got invited.
Yeah,
I said no.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, Reese isn't a big sports guy, and that's
No,
okay.
no.
It was just with sports guys. I completely
I'm the
forgot
biggest
about
sports
it. until
guy
the-
you know. I'm the biggest sports guy you
No,
know.
you are not. I know
I
a
totally
guy.
am.
No, Paul Allen's a way bigger sports guy, and I know
Who's
Paul.
Paul Allen? Who is
He-
that guy?
He's the voice of the Minnesota Vikings. So how dare
Oh,
you?
whatever. You don't
How
know him. You
dare
know of
you?
him.
Regan is
know
the
No,
biggest
I-
sports guy I know, so
Yeah, so does suck, Matthew.
Yeah, you haven't met me then, Reese, because
I
Yeah, he
I have
Regan
met
is-
you in passing. I was at a birthday party the other day with you.
Mhm.
yes, you were. Well, let's just say, okay, we'll put it into context here. Whenever anybody needs like advice on fantasy, like all the time, someone has to come to me for the advice. I don't know.
Who?
His name's Regan.
It's because
Every
I
time-
ask everybody that.
He's like,
I ask
do you think Nick
multiple
Chubb would be a
people.
good fit here, or do you
Matthew,
think I should pick up Alvin
You
Kamara?
aren't my only
Hmm.
resource.
Because you
You
play the
are
field,
not-
man. You play the
you
field.
are not my only.
You play the field.
resource.
I'm loyal. I'm
Yeah,
loyal.
I play it. I play it with everyone. I ask everyone these questions.
You hear that,
But you
guys?
Yeah, I just
If another
I
another
took into fantasy
podcast came
football
up-
and just treated it as a statistics problem.
Oh, man.
It's
Yeah, I
like
mean, it
here's a
is.
bunch of numbers. Let's use these numbers. I don't care about what teams these people are on. Look at I have numbers.
works
Right.
out.
It does. It really does work out, and it is
Yeah.
a big numbers game. But it's I don't know. So also
Dude,
like
can I just say your mic sounds fantastic?
Thank you. Your
gonna-
mic sounds
gonna get it set
horrible.
up.
Just to BH. You haven't set yours up yet.
Is mine?
I haven't had time, dude.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
I know mine's not horrible. This
Not bad.
yeah.
I hear
Dude,
your
should we
echo.
do hauls this week or what?
You got halls? I
I've
don't
got a
have
ton of hauls, man.
Maybe Reese got some halls that
What are-
Reese,
Yeah.
our weekly halls.
Halls?
Well, Matthew, why don't you well
I'll give
Sorry,
you a
I
little
don't- I-
demonstration.
I don't really get to the end of your guys' podcast.
yeah, like
so-
these are our our weekly hauls. We've
So
like,
usually
things we
weekly hauls are
like-
things that you get throughout the week.
Mm.
So like for an example, a weekly haul might be we got this. Thank you,
Yeah.
Regan.
Yeah.
So this is
Oh.
for the new mic.
Nice. Is it
Okay,
what
'cause
kind of
Regan and I
inputs it
got.
got on there? It's got XLR or
Oh, it's got a
No, it's
XLR.
a
It's got a
3.5. No,
headset. It's
no, not
got
3.5.
pod
It's a
output,
quarter inch.
music input, USB-C, quarter-inch
okay.
hyper threads on that.
Oh, hyper threads, huh? Ooh.
Yes, hyper
I should
threads.
pull up
A
mine.
couple other. I got a couple other this week. These are metal tin
Oh, I thought
tin
Ooh.
those were
posters.
comics. It's like Matthew.
Nope. So they're gonna go up on the wall. So that's a couple hauls. Oh, I got a couple hauls from Hawaii.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
man.
Matthew's. That's right. You got back from Hawaii. I forgot to let everyone know that.
Yep.
Aloha
The
is
aloha
strong.
is strong in this
Oh,
one.
Reese, do you watch
Nice.
Mandalorian?
I watched a bit of it.
The newest
I
episodes or no?
I are there new episodes?
Yeah,
Season 3.
season 3 just came
Okay.
out.
Okay, I have not watched season 3. I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, don't. It's not that
You
good.
just need to watch
Okay.
the last episode. That's it.
Pretty much.
Okay. Um,
It's horrible.
Oh, Reese
did
also
you
bought.
guys watch
Go ahead.
Dragon Prince?
That's the Netflix
So,
series,
yeah,
right?
Netflix series.
I
I've
have
not.
actually.
Okay. So,
Have you?
and have you seen the latest season?
I have not, because isn't there like it's not Dragon Prince? No, they have like a not a knockoff of it, but like a separate
It's
series or what do you
it's
call it?
yeah, it's
It's like
technically
Game
in
of
season
Thrones.
4, but
Yeah,
they called it The Mystery of Aravos. It has got to be the most disappointing season I've ever watched.
really.
Oh. So, seasons 1, 2 and 3 I loved of Dragon Prince.
Yeah, I know. I remember you
Um
talking of like high praises for that.
yeah. Great series, and then um apparently it just the season 4 just dropped everything. Every bit of quality that it had is just gone.
Mm,
The animations were horrible. The storytelling was just dog poops,
typical.
and and
That's but
and it's like they did everything in one take
mm-hmm.
and said, "Oh, good enough for a children's show. We're good."
Mm,
That's what everything felt like, is that they said, "All right, good enough for a kids show."
interesting.
So they had a high level production, and then
Crap the
they
bed.
they were just like, "Okay, we need a." I,
Kind of reminds me of
one,
Westworld.
yeah, I noticed that they changed directors for this season to the
Mm.
same director that did the Dragon Ball Z live action movie and a bunch of like yeah, I was just like that was like his biggest thing on his resume. I
That is
was like,
so horrible.
"Oh, I'm like you
So that I mean
Yikes.
that's kind of a good. I mean we've talked about this on the pod for a while about with The Last of Us, because our main issue with The Last of Us is that they they need to make sure that they don't try to draw it out and just try to make a pretty penny off of it. They need to
Yeah.
actually make sure that the content that they're producing is good enough for everybody to kind of keep watching.
Not with their TV shows where they're busting out 3 TV shows a year
Right,
and they're all like crap quality. Like,
right.
no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I think that's where, and I was actually listening to the series or the last episode today on my way home from practice. Um, and Max brought up a good point that like when it comes to series like these, like you have to focus on story, you have to focus on quality, and that's where a lot of TV shows they hit these bangers for the first season, and then the second season, third season, fourth season, it just kind of slowly declines.
Yeah.
So I don't know. When it comes to Last of Us, though, I agree with Max. By the way,
That they need
just
to
talking
take their
about last
time,
episode.
or just that.
I think this next season's going to be really tough. Just because I got a spoiler for what
Ooh.
Max was referring to in the video game.
Right.
I need to
It looks like
go and
Reese
buy
knows.
those.
Stop, guys.
I have not played them at all, and I have yet to
Oh,
watch the TV series either. I
it
am
is so
behind.
good, Reese. You're missing out. The
Yeah.
series, the first season's really, really good, but I don't want it to fall under the realm of. Did you guys ever watch Westworld?
I watched a little bit of it.
Watched like first half of the first season.
Yeah,
I don't
like
watch too much HBO.
Yeah.
yeah, like season 2 or maybe is it season 3? I can't remember which season it is, but it was just like it went so high. It was like at the peak of the peak, and then it literally just went, whoosh, and the next season was just horrible, horrible. Like it was the worst. I really hope that they don't do that moving forward. Personally,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like Marvel is kind of at that point too, where they've
yeah.
Yeah.
reached
100%.
that peak point, and now it's just like, okay, they raised the stakes so high. I think is the problem with Marvel right now is the
Yeah.
stakes got
Endgame
so
did so
high.
good.
Endgame did so great,
Right.
but now everything else kind of seems trivial is as far as problems go.
I mean,
I think
you're
the thing is I think Marvel. I think they'll get their act together. I do think so. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
Because I think they realize, and you see, like
that.
back in the day, they had a couple bad movies early in their in their start of the MCU, and then they, you know, it was kind of just like a wave. Like
But that's the.
sometimes
Yeah.
they get the bad movies, but then they really come out with a good one. But
But
I don't
that's the.
know. I just think they're
That's
gonna
the
pull out.
same thing with DC. I get the same feeling with Marvel that like, yeah, they're gonna pull it off,
Don't
but
you dare!
DC, you're like,
DC has been in the it's been in the
they've
for
been. Oh,
years.
please, Max
They
thought
haven't
she's
produced anything good
Batman,
in years. That's not the DCU.
DC
Different
Universe,
set. That is a completely different universe than
Batman.
what's been created. The Batman you're talking about that came out last year is not a part of the DCU, just like the Joker isn't.
It's I don't understand what is DCU then. If it's
It's like
Just
the
basically
DCU's
Batman versus
version of MCU.
Superman and the
oh
Justice League
that
and
whole thing,
That
yep.
whole thing. The
but
only
that's
things that have been
not
good
that's
is Snyder Cut.
okay. But I mean, the whole part of
And yeah,
is
even
it's
Snyder Cut wasn't that great.
oh, no.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean the plot of Justice League was basically, hey, this is going to happen. We need to do something about it. Okay, we did something about it.
Well, when
The
you give
heroes
us
never really failed at it. The biggest
no,
the
yeah.
biggest problem that they really ran into was Superman.
Yeah, but the
I think he was the only good thing about the DCU. Man
I
of
hate
Steel.
Superman. I mean,
Oh,
Henry
the act-
Cavill is amazing, but the thought of Superman, just the character concept itself, I find ridiculous.
that's true.
an
Of just a
alien.
guy that can't die, basically,
Yeah,
and
the Invincible that I'm okay with Invincible as a satirical method, but their Superman is not as satirical.
huh.
I mean, it's what if you know that there is absolutely nothing that can kill Superman, absolutely nothing.
Except Kryptonite.
Not even that. That just makes him slightly weaker.
Makes him vulnerable to
No,
death.
they've shot him with kryptonite. It's been in the stories, and he just comes back.
So how did he die in Snyder Cut?
He didn't. He came back.
Yeah, but
He's
he
just
came back from what did he? He came back from the not the cube, but time travel. That's how he came back.
no, he wasn't. It wasn't
I
time
thought.
travel. They rose him.
Oh,
If they
Flash! The Flash revived him
right,
with his speed and electricity
yeah,
in the pool of.
yeah. It's they put him in the alien pool. So there's always like, oh, he didn't die. His heart was just beating at really, really, really slow. Um, and basically, I mean, since Superman is, they probably could have just left him out to bake in the sun, and he would have been fine. I mean,
Get a gnarly sunburn.
right. I mean, but that's how Superman is charged, is through the sun.
I mean, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I mean,
And
that is.
I mean,
I think you're right, Reese. I mean, the DCU is just dog crap,
I,
man. You're
But that
totally
I
there's
that my my
there are two heroes that I really like. Uh, and it's not actually because of and one of them I hate the hero actually. But I love, but both of them have amazing villains, and that's Batman, at which I don't like as a character.
but you like the Riddler. Gotcha.
Yep, I don't like the Batman at all, and Spider Man. Both of them have the best villains I feel out of anybody else.
that's true.
You
And
don't like
that's
Spider Man?
I no, I love Spider Man. Spider Man
Oh,
is
gotcha.
probably my favorite hero all time because
I
So,
it's down to earth. It's a smart kid that actually does things where Bruce Wayne, they say he's smart, but no, I don't actually ever have him be smart.
but that's yeah,
There's
but that's the
they're
thing
the
about
world's greatest detective, and he's never actually detecting anything.
but that's the thing about like these movies, like superheroes movies. I think you're right on that. Is that they need a good villain in order for it to be a good movie or
Hmm.
even a good character. Because if they don't have that good of a villain, it kind of shoots him down. I think though you could say, I mean, Iron Man. I think Iron Man 1, they didn't have like a super good villain. I think people just liked the liked seeing
Yeah.
the idea of new technology and what people could like come up with different advancement in technologies that we don't necessarily think or know about.
Well, I think they had decent villains, but they because they transitioned villains,
Hmm.
it and because they hyped up X villain, right? And then they had the what was his name? I can't remember, the big bad guy, uh
Thanos?
dispatch, uh dispatch. Oh, sorry, what?
Thanos?
No, Iron Man 1. The his buddy,
Is the
Oh,
the
War Machine.
yeah,
no
not War Machine, no. The
I'm only catching parts of what you're saying, so I'm just trying to piece something together.
Okay, yeah. So the guy, the bald bearded guy that
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh
tried
yeah, yeah,
rebuilding. I can't remember
yeah.
his name exactly off
Iron
the
Man
top of.
Monger
Yeah,
or something.
Ironmonger. Um, because they had that bad, the Arab bad guy that had kidnapped Tony, right, and that survived Tony's attack, and they were building him up, and they had built him up a bit, but then they took Ironmonger and had him dispatch them so easily and simply. It built him up as well. So it wasn't a bad villain, I would say. They did a good job expressing stakes.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
think yeah. Go ahead.
and I have to say, just because Iron Man 1 has the best bet ending for a movie ever of all time.
The I Am Iron Man.
yes, that ending just it rocked
That's
everyone's world.
and that's what people loved Robert Downey Jr. for this too, is because he really seemed like this was him
Yeah,
in a
he
sense.
did a great job with it.
It's the same thing you could say with Deadpool and
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. People love it because this is more of who's kind of Ryan Reynolds is as a human, like who he is normally, and they don't
I think we
necessarily.
can't argue that Marvel casts some of the best individuals for their characters.
Yep.
But this is the question. Yeah, okay, we can agree with that. But then why is it?
Why do they?
Yeah, like how are they
I think
doing
just
that?
Daddy Feige he's just so good at what he friggin' does, dude. Daddy Feige he's like
That's
money.
true.
I gotta figure it out.
The guy
It's just like
is,
HBO and finding Pedro Pascal
but
in
the
Game of Thrones,
but
finding him for Last of
Favi
Us.
is also not even that. I mean, Pedro Pascal's in Mandalorian, and guess who directs that whole thing?
John Favreau.
Yeah, and he's been the main man about. I mean, for the whole Marvel universe,
He's a dude.
he
Yep.
directed Iron Man, and he basically got Marvel universe.
Did you hear?
And then you also had Joss Whedon on First Avengers, and the first Avengers movie. Joss Whedon,
Jack Sweden.
Joss.
Yeah, Jack Sweden.
And he's just and his where his he shines is bringing in multiple very unique cast members and bringing them together. I found, because he's you got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Dollhouse, Angel, the and
Guess who was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh no,
Pedro Pascal.
that's right.
he was.
Yeah,
What was he doing in?
he was a
just
vampire.
Side.
Oh, he's just a side.
He was a side character, but
okay.
Yeah. He was also in NCIS, I think, or CSI
he
for
a lot
years
of
and years.
things.
A lot of TV shows. He's been in the background for years.
Yeah,
And then he just finally just hit the front stage. He's the main man now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the way that you bring together a cast and crew is a huge part. I mean, DC hasn't been doing so well with the men that they. I mean, you can look at the Flash guy. What's his name?
Don't even get me started.
What's his name?
I hate that guy.
The Flash.
Barry Allen.
We were just talking about him.
I know.
Barry Allen. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
I did the nerd thing.
Every time I keep looking up.
I don't remember the guy's name. I don't know
Miller.
actors.
Ezra Miller. Yeah, there you go.
You know who? Do you know
don't
who
even
Ezra
get me
Miller
started
is?
on that.
Reese?
I assume the guy that plays the Flash.
Well, yeah, but have you heard about the stories about him?
I heard you guys that there's been some bad press about him.
Oh, it's not just
where
bad
he's been
not press.
doing
He just
he's been doing
person.
some horrible things and then just continuing on.
Yeah.
As if nothing happened.
They just don't have the best. I mean, you could also say now with Marvel, with what's his face, Kang, the guy who plays Kang, with the news that came.
Yeah, but the problem is that the problem is that happened after the movie came out. They're re-letting that guy back in after
all these
what he did,
kidnappings, sexual assault, basically raping and kidnapping a girl.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's a tool bag.
He's
like
a freaking piece of trash.
Like, and here's
my
thought.
How is he acting and not in jail?
Because
he was in jail. He makes a lot
of
money.
Well, that's is
Yeah, he's
not a
Look,
thing that you
Reese,
get out
Reese,
for.
here's the problem: is we don't make enough money to be able to say really what happened. All we know is that he's out, he's doing movies. So our interpretation to this is he paid a guy. That's
yeah.
all we
Well,
can.
that's but
That's
this
all
is
we
the
can guess.
but this is the thing though. I don't. We don't know
So
anything.
so he served time and he was found guilty.
Y- Basically,
They literally had a video of it.
yeah.
Not of him in the act, but him getting pulled over, getting arrested, all that.
Okay, well, yeah, that we still live in a country where we're innocent till proven guilty, and I
Well, one of them
I
was drinking and
understand.
driving.
I mean, drinking and driving, yeah, that's but that's not a straight prison charge. But kidnapping, sexual assault, and things like that.
I
I'd have to
believe.
look into it.
I
I
believe
think he
he
might have had
has.
somebody in the
I
car.
Yeah. He has been. He has been charged and all that stuff. And let me see charges.
Because he's going to be
Because
doing.
He was
charges
charged with
are
felony burglary in August, stemming from an incident where they allegedly broke into someone's home and stole bottles of alcohol. And Vermont police are also searching for a woman and her 3 children, who neighbors said were living at Miller's farm in unsafe conditions over the summers. I
My
don't know.
okay.
idea
So
is
charged.
if
So the
he
court case hasn't gone through then.
Must not. This is from February 12th of 2023.
so they
Yeah,
have probable cause to keep him. They have probable cause to keep him.
Right.
I don't know. The way I look at it is with Jonathan Majors and that whole situation is like I don't know. You did like why do you pay like people to do bad things? Like I just hate that idea. You know what I mean? Like don't pay him money because like he's I mean there's a reason why this happened, right? Like there was a reason why this thing was brought to somebody's attention. Just like with Deshaun Watson and that whole thing, right?
right.
And we don't really know anything about it, but his charges were dropped, right? Like, and then apparently a few of the girls were actually at one of the games, and they were given tickets to go to the game. So it's like we reward people for doing bad things, and that's what I hate about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the.
Like, what was last time you heard of Mark Wahlberg getting into trouble like that?
I don't know. Do you think Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg's a pretty outstanding guy?
I don't know. I just threw out a random name. It's like he's a prominent actor, so
He's got
he's
the
a prominent
Ash
actor. So
Wednesday, the Ash thing going on right now.
I
If
think
you,
he's Catholic or
yeah, he's pretty. I think
Jewish or
he's
something.
Catholic. That's Ash Wednesdays is Jew or not Jewish. It's a
Yeah, it's a
Catholic thing.
Catholic tradition.
Yeah, I'm not Catholic. Screw that.
Heck no, man. No,
You know how
I
many
I
times
don't
you have to
know. But
kneel every time you enter and leave your seat?
but
Oh,
I think Reese has a good point though, in the sense that you can't, like, with what's his face, although Ezra Miller has already been charged with, the burglary in Vermont and other types. I think what I've seen, but Jonathan Major, we don't necessarily know the full story yet about him, and that we can't necessarily jump to conclusion, because there have been stories that have said it's one thing, but then you get down to the nit and gritty of it and you find out it's completely dishonesty. So you do need to be careful with when when these stories, I guess, are coming out, because
sure.
I don't know. I guess it's more about Jonathan Major. I think more so Ezra Miller, and I know through my sources or people that I've listened to that Ezra Miller isn't the best people to be um, trusted in a way.
Say hello to the
Hi.
say hello to the podcast, Scarlett.
Hi,
Say
Scarlett.
hi. Say hello. Say
Hi.
hello.
She all tan. She got
Yeah, we're
sunburned.
tan, dude. You want to see? Should I take off my shirt?
Oh yes, please.
Okay, I'll take
No,
off.
no, Matthew, please.
Streaming? Oh shoot.
Not on the stream, dude. Well, yeah, that's the whole thing with Marvel and DC. I mean, we could go on for hours about them because she waving at herself or what?
She's waving.
Just at random. But like, I think Marvel just has some areas they need a. Matthew, what
Kaylee,
is that
that is so
bright
bright.
light in the background there? It is
That's my on-air sign,
so
man.
interesting.
It's horrible. Horribly light. It's nice when you don't have it glaring.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
So imagine this, but bright.
Yeah. Like in there, right there.
Hey, buddy, it's okay.
Love
But
you. Good night.
the DC, I think Marvel is heading towards a DC fall where they're trying to get back and get to the grip that they had on audiences like they had with the Avengers, Iron
Yeah, I
Man.
think the DC universe tried to be too much too quickly.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Justice League. I feel like the one thing I really liked on how Marvel handled it is they took things individually, kept things small on the scale that the individuals could do, and then brought them together for the larger
right.
things.
Well, you
Whereas
see how
this
the
one, it
levels grow.
starts, yeah. Whereas
Right.
this is just starting at almost maximum.
But
Because
that's
I
the
think they were trying to compete with Marvel
well, yeah,
in
but that's
their pressure.
and that's the problem that Jack Snyder or Zack Snyder had to deal with is that he basically that's why he made the uncut version because there's so much stories that you have to bring in, from what six different characters into one huge story with knowing information of each character and having their own backstory and trying to define this person and show that they're their own identity basically. And that's why I think the Justice League failed so much. Obviously, I agree.
Yeah,
As
I
well as
think
they had
I
Amber Heard in the whole movie, so that was a huge
the
disappointment.
best
She was
DC
such a good
movie.
part
I
of the
don't know
movie.
if I don't think it's DCU, but the best DC movie that I've seen in the last I don't know how many years has been Suicide Squad. The second one.
Yeah, I don't know how Matthew defines this DCU
I,
because I think you could take any movie and say, "Oh, that's DCU."
I don't think
Mm,
that one is considered DCU.
no.
I well,
Although I have
Oh, how
heard
about you just go
that
to Google and you type in
I
DCEU
think Will
movies?
Smith's Deadshot is getting put into DCU.
what is it like as
I
a,
thought I
a
saw a
movie?
thing.
Here you go. DC movies in order how to watch it. There you go. Merry Christmas. I just sent it to you.
On
Starts
what?
off with Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman 1984, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League,
Oh,
Aquaman, Shazam,
Birds of Prey.
Birds of
So
Prey,
Suicide Squad, isn't it?
Suicide Squad, Peacekeeper, Black Adam. I will say Shazam was a good one.
Yeah, Zachary Levi.
The first one.
I've liked him. Um, he's I will always love Zachary Levi just from his time as Chuck.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. My last podcast, I always loved him from Chuck. I never really watched the whole thing, but I just like. I mean, the whole thing. I watched some episodes. I think I watched like the whole first season, and I loved it. But yeah,
Yeah, I've watched all of it. It was in Afghanistan. We would just binge that show. It was our guilty pleasure. Um, it was,
right.
oh man,
Yeah, every time I look up DCU meaning it brings Digital Federal Credit Union. Uh, so yeah, Matthew, your DCU thing does not make any sense.
I didn't even create it. Jeez.
Who made it? DC Universe.
DCU. They
DC is
did.
the fictional shared universe where most stories in American comic books titles published by DC Comics take place. There was no such thing of like this is DCU because DCU is just DC Comics.
No.
That's literally what it says. I said DC Universe, meaning it says the DC Universe is or DCU.
DCEU.
yep.
Extended
E.
Universe.
DC.
E.
You didn't say E.
Yes,
You
I
always
did.
no.
It's always
you,
been DCU
Reese.
this whole time.
DC. I've been saying DCEU.
I've
said-
only been hearing DCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the DCEU. That's all.
You're such a
The
DCEU.
District
DCEU,
of
yeah.
Columbia, European Union. That's
Yep.
Let's see. DCEU. DC
They literally tried to
Extended
make their own
Universe is
MCU,
an
but it's
American
DCEU.
franchise and shared universe centered on a series of superhero films and television series produced by DC Studios and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. It is based on characters that appeared in American comic book. Based on characters that appeared in American comic books published by DC Comics.
Man, Regan is just trying to find a way to prove
No,
me wrong.
I'm
He
trying.
is searching. He's
I
like, man,
know.
how
he's
do I figure
lawyering
out how
up.
to-"
He's lawyering
Yeah,
in.
he's
Just-
like,
he's
man,
looking for
Matthew's
that-
wrong, and I'm trying to find what.
First
what
off,
makes it wrong.
I pretty sure everyone heard you say DCU. Everyone can go back on their screen
DCU.
right now and go back to when you were saying DCU and know that you didn't say DCEU, that you said DCU.
I
So
didn't
don't
say
give me-
DCEU.
We could go back. We will go back.
I didn't
and-
say. You're right. I didn't say DCEU.
right. Exactly.
It's
That's what I'm s-
DCEU. That's all.
Yeah,
Completely
I'm not.
different.
I
didn't
you
emphasize
were-
the E.
You said DCU.
EU. Just really
DCU.
long U.
Yeah.
It's two U's next to each other.
DCEU.
DCU.
That's just, I guess, what you get with a
It's retarded.
Football
with a
player that's taken
Texan-
too many knocks to the brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap!
DCEU,
Oh,
baby.
jeez
Oh, sorry.
Louise.
This is why I don't do
DCEU.
those sports ball things.
Oh,
Ugh.
gosh. Just insane. I'm trying to figure
Oh,
out because
man.
they are also saying that it's a part of the TV series, which means the Flash from the TV series is a part of this.
Yeah, it's like saying, is Toby Maguire? Well, take away No Way Home. Is Toby Maguire's Spider-Man part of the MCU?
Never.
No.
It's never been. But they're saying
No
that
Way Home
it
is.
could be.
Now it
Well,
is.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's
Before that,
but
it
now
wasn't.
well, you
okay.
could also say that same with the Batman now with Michael Keaton now is with the Flash because now
Yep.
he's coming in with it. So it's not necessarily DCEU, but it's. I mean, I get what you're saying.
They're trying to introduce the multiverse.
Yay.
multiverse.
Flashpoint.
Let's see what happens there.
Yeah, that was one thing I really disliked about the last Avengers movie, the
Endgame?
Endgame. I hate time travel.
Time travel.
You're not
I
a big
think-
like Back to the Future guy then?
I mean, Back to the Future was okay. But as in a large universe, time travel never works out
Well, it did in
well.
Endgame.
I mean, as a storytelling mode,
Oh yeah.
um, it just kind of feels cheap as a storytelling
Yeah.
thing as a
Sure.
when you especially when you use time travel to solve an issue.
Sure.
Hmm.
I can see that.
Um,
Kind of
oh,
like
like
what?
there's a
I
few movies where they try
like.
that where they did time travel and they just the butterfly effect.
You didn't like that
Yeah, you
one
guys watch that one?
with what's his face? His name.
I was
Um.
pissed off because they didn't follow their own rules that they set up. That's the biggest problem that I have with time travel is they don't follow their own rules.
Yeah, it's got
Is they'll establish the rules
Ashton
for of
Kutcher.
time travel in the beginning of it, and then by the end of the movie, they'll be like, "Nope, that rule wasn't a thing."
And that kind of reminds me, like the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, this came back out in what 2004. Kind of remind. Well, I guess the cover reminds me of Donnie Darko.
Ugh,
Um,
ugh.
That's such a horrible movie.
Oh,
what?
that is one of
Do
my.
not tell me
You
that you
liked
like that
that
movie.
movie?
That is a horrible movie.
That is.
I
Oh,
can't remember what it was. I know
I
it was
got
just a
done
weird
with
and
that movie,
twisted
and I felt
movie.
like my brain was raped.
You felt like you're. Oh gosh.
Yes. I mean, there's no it
It graped.
Oh
Yeah.
graped.
my word.
Grape. Can't say that word.
I can't say
Oh.
that
It's
word.
okay.
I'm
You gotta say
sorry.
grape. No, it's okay. We just don't want to get banned.
Okay.
Like we did that one
Um,
time.
yeah, we got banned that one.
Uh,
It's okay. Keep going.
Yeah. It's. I mean it just number one they end the movie on nothing mattered. This entire movie was the end point of the 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 you gotta love those things that everything you just saw, none of it mattered in the
hmm,
end.
yeah. I guess I mean it's one of those movies that's just a very like dark and
It's
like
just
kind of
it's a strange and
it's a strange
uncomfortable
movie.
movie.
Right. It's a strange and uncomfortable movie, that's for sure. But I just realized that Jake Gyllenhaal had his sister is play I'm making connections now. Now that I'm a movie reviewer and I'm getting all the inside scoop of all the actors, Jake's sister was Rachel Dawes or is Rachel Dawes from The Dark Knight. You know, you don't, or Maggie Gyllenhaal, but I don't know if you know anything about her, but yeah, kind of crazy. Fun facts.
Wow,
Facts.
that was really cool.
I don't know. I
Thanks,
just
man.
did anytime. You just I don't know. I just a weird thing that I was like, oh, that's his sister. I always knew that his sister was like it was an actor and that she played his sister in Donnie Darko.
It's actress.
Oh gosh.
How dare you?
Ah,
You've got to be sensitive to those.
I want to
You
apologize to our
insensitive.
viewers. I'm really sorry about that. Anyone listening in. But yeah, I don't know. Fun stuff. Good times. Love it. Love talking to you guys about all these fun things.
oh,
Um,
I was gonna show my thing that
oh
I've
yeah,
gotten
Reese,
Oh
why
recently.
don't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Go,
yeah.
go, Reese. Show
Go
us.
ahead.
So I can't show it the actual item, but I got a new 3D printer in, and then my
Oh,
daughter painted this. Let's see, can I get it in shot? There we go. This pangolin that I 3D printed, and
and it
it's all articulating, and it's fun.
that looks like so fun. I want to get a 3D printer so bad, just
Yep.
because of all the cool things you can just print off of it or just make. It's gonna
Uh,
be, I don't know. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I kind of want to just make that. Just want to get one. That's my next big purchase, I think. Well, actually, probably not. My next big purchase will probably be a truck. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. For joining in. We're an hour, almost 2 hours in, and Matthew, thanks for finally jumping on, man.
Sorry,
You
man.
and I want to, you know, thank you for making money for your family, and doing a double, what do you call
Double
it?
deal ski.
A double deal ski, double day, double do
Daily
ski.
double.
Also want to thank my big bro, Reese, for coming on and just sharing of his thoughts. Always love hearing your different perspectives on different movies, like especially with Matrix, as well as different outlooks in life. Um, yeah, I want to thank you guys all for that. But I'm going to end the stream here for you guys. I want to appreciate you guys for stopping in and listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.